In this week's video, I'm going to show you a real-world example where you could save some time using the Extrude with Offset command. So let's take a look. So in this example, I was creating this gear case, and I wanted to create these little bosses that you see right here. And you'll notice they have the exact same wall thickness as the outer section of the case. And I could have created these by creating a sketch on this inside surface and offsetting a projection, etc. But I used a really cool trick called Extrude with Offset. And I figured I would show this method to you and see if you could potentially use it in any of your projects. So I'm actually going to show how I went about creating this design. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I'm in inches. And I'll create a new component. Let's just call it gear case. And I'll start by creating a sketch on the top plane and basically creating the overall shape. So I'll start with a circle. In this case is 2.325. And the inner circle is 1.75. And then I'll start by creating some circles over here, and they are 0.4 and 1.125. And you'll notice I purposely didn't draw them on this horizontal line. I like to do that because then when I come in and say horizontal vertical, I can purposely see them snap down, and I know that they're perfectly in line. If I had clicked on this line, they would have been close but not perfect. And then when I said make them horizontal vertical, it's not as visual to see that did they actually snap in line. So I always like over exaggerate or under exaggerate. I'll finally lock this down by throwing in a dimension of 1.3. And now you can see that we have a fully constrained sketch. I see the little lock symbol. And let's go ahead and extrude the profile. So I'll go ahead and select the profile the way I want, like so. And the distance in this case is 0.35. And I'll do that I like to go in the negative direction in this case. So here's the basic shape. I'll go ahead and fillet these two edges. Let's make those 0.5. And again, you'll notice I did those in 3D instead of 2D. I keep the sketches as simple as possible and do the modifications in 3D. Now I'm going to go ahead and shell this top surface. And as I do this, you'll notice it's making equal wall thickness. And because there's holes that go all the way through, it's actually creating a shell around these holes. The shell thickness is 0.06 even. And now I'm left with this result. Now here's where the extrude with an offset comes into play. I want this surface to be a certain distance from that surface. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-select. I'll right mouse click and I'll say extrude. And you'll notice as I start to extrude down, it's cutting away that existing material. Well, I can come in here and instead of distance, I'm going to say to object. And I'm going to extrude all the way to the inside floor. And now you can see that it's literally extruding away the lip that I just created. But then there's this option for an offset. And here's where I can specify that I want 0.075 of an offset. And you can see how it's lifting that back up. So it's extruding all the way down to the floor and then offsetting back up 0.075. I'll go ahead and say OK, and we're left with that result. So instead of having to create an offset plane and splitting it away or machining that lip totally away and recreating it or whatever, I just used the extrude to object with a slight offset. And again, this is a feature in my timeline that I could come back and make changes to. So we could say, 0.1, for example, and you could see how that updated accordingly. Okay, I'll go ahead and kind of finish how I created this. I'll go ahead and add the fillet in here, 0.1. And then I want to create this region here. So to do that, I'm just going to create a quick sketch. Let's draw a circle on the center here, 0.75 and 0.4. And then I'm going to draw a rectangular arm right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to project. So I'm going to hit P for project. I'm going to project that face there. And so you can see it projected that edge. And now I'm going to create a rectangle. And if I get near this edge, it's going to catch to that edge. And if I get near this circle, it's going to catch to that circle. So you can kind of see that X kind of up here. So it's creating a coincident constraint for me here and here. Now if I throw a dimension on here, this is supposed to be 0.2 wide. I want it to be centered. Well, I'll go ahead and add a second coincident constraint. So I'll go ahead and click this point, and I want it to be coincident to that circle. And you can see if it's coincident over here and coincident over here, it has to be centered. And you can see it fully constrains the sketch. I'll go ahead and finish this and select the regions that I want to extrude. So I'm going to grab this little sliver face here and this little sliver face here. We'll extrude, and I want it to go up to this floor. So once again, I'll say to object, and I'll say I want to go to that object. Now you'll notice the distance right there is to that floor. So right now it's at the same level of the floor. I could also add extra distance to that. So I could say go to that floor plus 0.1, and you can see how it added 0.1, which obviously is too much. Let's go maybe like 0.05. Oops, 0.05. I added an extra point in there. And you can see how it went to the floor and then added 0.05 to that. And that's exactly what I want to do. I'll say OK. And we now have this arm that's joined to it. So the next thing I'm going to do is add in some fillets really quick. So let's do 0.02. Actually, let's make that a little bit larger. Let's do maybe like 0.05 on these four corners. And you'll see why I'm doing the fillets now. Because now when I pattern, it's going to pattern these fillets also. So I'm going to come in here and say pattern, circular pattern. And you'll notice it says object type is features. Sometimes it defaults to bodies. If it does, change that to features. What are the objects? I'm going to select the extrude feature and the fillet feature at the same time. What's the axis? I'll go ahead and just select like the circular axis right here. And you can see it's doing a quantity of 3. I want to do a quantity of 4. And I'll say OK. And we just patterned that arm 4 times. And we're literally done with our gear case. So we saved a lot of time by doing that extrude with an offset to create these little bosses. And then we also did the extrude with an offset to create the height that we wanted here, for example. And what's nice about this is if we were to change any of these settings, these will update accordingly. So for example, if I come in to this extrude right here and we change this to 0.1, I say OK, you'll notice that those bosses updated and this stayed the same distance off of that floor, for example. So hopefully you learned a cool new trick with that extrude with offset command. Give it a try, see what you think. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe to be notified of upcoming videos. If you need help learning Fusion, visit my webpage at cadedllc.com. And as always, have fun learning Fusion.